Hello, guys. How are you? Sorry, I was just messaging someone to tell them what channels we're going live on. So just LinkedIn and Facebook. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have got something really cool to show you today. I'm going to be showing you, I'm just making sure I'm live there, my LinkedIn strategy particular, but I will give you some tips for Facebook and Twitter. I know it's called X, but I hate that name. I'm just making sure I'm live there on LinkedIn. I'm going to share with you some results from, there we go, from a new account that I've been working on. And I thought, because a lot of people have been asking me this lately, when you're opening, doesn't even have to be a new account. Like if you want to do some lead gen, here we go. Yes, I am live there. If you would like to do lead generation, how do you start? How do you bring leads in without paying for this ridiculous LinkedIn premium feature? There is a way around that. Now, I'm not averse to paying for some of these features. Let me just get that out of the way. Some of them are really good, but you don't actually have to do it. I'm going to share my results with you and show you exactly how you can do it. I'll talk to you. I'm not going to share. I'm not going to share with you the client, but I'm going to share with you the results and talk you through how you can do it. I'll give you some bonus tips if you also want to do this on Facebook and Twitter. I'll just roughly talk through that. But the main thing is, the first thing that I want to point out to you is first of all, lead generation and having someone manage your social media are two separate things. So whatever you do, I'm just going to share this to my Facebook group. Whatever you do not go. Oh, someone's just added, sorry, an ownership to something. Okay, that's fine. Whatever you do, please do not go and hassle your marketing person. If you are a small business and you have someone small in your team, do not go and hassle them and say, here you are, here's something extra for you to do. Just go and add that onto your tasks, because this is very laborious. It takes a lot. And this is not a service that can just be tacked onto the end of your marketing. It should be a completely separate service, because it drives a lot of results if it's done correctly. And if it's something that I'm offering to my clients, it is not a service that is separate, that is indicative of just, it's not something that I package up with social media marketing. It is a completely different service. So whatever you're doing, if you're watching this and you've got someone who is doing your marketing for you, either you're paying them for them or they're already existing within your business, please do not go and think that this is just something they can just tack on to the end of it, because it is quite laborious and does take a lot of time. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you want someone to do this for you, you need to pay for it. So to get the results. But you certainly can get, if you want to do this yourself and invest the time in it, you certainly can get ridiculous results with it. Now, those who are watching on Facebook, I am going to be talking about LinkedIn features. The examples that I'm giving to you are for a B2B, so business, for those who don't know, business marketing strategy. This is something that you would use on LinkedIn, but you can use on other platforms as well. Right now, this is a new client that I've been working with. I'm going to share some of the results. I started on Monday. Yes, Monday. I'm going to share the results, and I won't share the client with you, but I will, where are we? Share screen. I'm going to share the results. Here we go. Okay, and I'll talk to you about how we did that. Okay, so here, let me just make sure that you can see that. Okay, if you're new here, just while I'm waiting for that to load, if you don't know me, my name is Melissa Mitchell. I own a marketing agency. I do other things outside of my marketing agency. I've got a digital online store. I am about to open up a digital dashboard as well, where I will have some online courses available for you as well. This is separate to the store. So And then I'm going to be rolling out some face-to-face courses later this year. So that's where, if you do not want to invest in done for you marketing in your business, there'll be an option for you for that as well. So I'm a bit excited. Okay, yes, that is showing there. Okay, you can see here when I started this account, but I just want to share with you some of the results to start with organically. Now, towards the end of this, I did start running an ad. My strength is in organic, and I will reiterate to you, it does not matter how much money you throw at a paid ad. If you do not have a good organic presence, your ad will do absolutely nothing. So please do not think that you can open a Facebook, LinkedIn page, business page, whatever, and think you can just chuck advertising on it. I don't care what any agency tells you, it will not work. You need a strong organic presence. And why is that? It's because when someone clicks on an ad, they will go to your page and they need to see substance there. They need to see social proof. They need to see the soul of who you are, and they need to understand who you are, because people buy people, and they need to see that social proof and that connection. So you still need a good social proof and digital footprint there. Yes, your page can be new. I understand, like this is a new product and a brand new page that I've set up, and we're getting the results, the leads are coming through, blah, blah, blah. But still, I needed to come out firing because I needed to leverage everything that we had, because this product was live and it needed to move quickly. So I'll work through some of the strategies that we went through. So please just know that yes, I did start running an ad, and literally, like, I'm not talking thousands of dollars for an ad. I'm talking $200 to $300. I ended up actually, I think I had $300 on it, and then I dropped that. I think I had $25 a day just for a short period. I think I had $300, and then the organic was working so well, I was actually able to drop that spending budget. But keep in mind, particularly on LinkedIn, the testing phase of an ad is longer than, say, Meta. I think the testing phase, and I'll explain if you don't know what that is in a minute, the testing phase on LinkedIn, it might even be 7 to 10 days, I think, on LinkedIn. I'm not a paid ads expert. I'm not going to pretend to be one, so I could have that wrong. What happens when you place an ad? It's the same on Meta or any platform. Google's even longer. I'm not a Google expert by any means. I don't do anything to do with Google. But Google was even longer. I think it could even be a month. The testing phase is still where it's trying to work out, exactly your audience, and it's testing and it's trying to find out, what's really working. So technically that ad is still in testing phase. So it's still not working to its maximum capacity. And I do not have a big budget on that. So I'm going to show you the difference with the organic traffic that I'm doing. So I'm just going to give you, since Monday, we've been able to gain 137 followers. That doesn't sound like a lot. I get it. But I don't work off followers. I'm going to show you the views and the traffic. Now, I cannot tell you the amount of inquiries that are coming because I don't have the back end access to that. But I know that the company have said, and they're getting leads and they're incredibly happy and all those sorts of things. I can't share that data with you because they're right in the thick of an event at the moment that I've been not promoting that event, but they're in the middle of an event at the moment. I've been promoting another event which they need to sell. So I know they'll get that data to me, but they've said they've been inundated with leads. So I know that process is working, but it is incredibly hard to get followers to a page organically. You know yourself, when you open a business page, without putting the work in, it's like when you open a website, you have to bring traffic to it. A business page is the same. My own personal business pages for my business, I don't put a lot of time into it, and I just don't get the traffic there. But I know why. I'm not putting the time into it. So 137 followers, 126 in the last 30 days. It's actually 137 because we only started on Monday. So it's just the way LinkedIn does its reporting. As you can see, unique visitors. So unique visitors, it's a little bit different. Unique visitors is actually, I'm not even going to go into that. Let's look at the post impressions there. Let's have a look at that. Now I'm going to get I'm going to tell you how many times I've been posting just to get this account up and running. 25,400. I'm going to go through a little bit of what I've been doing and what I suggest to you when an account is new. I'm going to show you some other data here. All right. Follow metrics. So we can have a look here. Now, this is followers. So I just went through 126. We've actually got 137 now. So you can see that it wasn't sponsored. I didn't get this from sponsored. I got this organically, and I'll tell you how I did that. And they're targeted. You do not want followers that are not targeted. They're not going to convert. Okay, so do not worry about your follow account. It's not something that I work off, but it is good for social proof. But then again, if you're going to get followers, make sure they are targeted. Anyone can promise you followers. They can go and get you 10,000 followers tomorrow. But if they are not targeted, you are ruining your account. Because if they're not targeted, they are not going to then engage with your content, which means you are going to ruin your account. It means it says to a platform when they don't engage with your content because they're not interested in your content must be boring. I am not going to push your content out to other people. So let's have a look here at engagement rate. Have a look here. The organic engagement rate, this is what I've been doing personally and my team, which is my strategy. Yes, you expect the spike to go up. Of course, it's going to plateau. Now, don't worry about this downward here. It's going to go up and down because that is night and day. Whenever you see that on a graph, yes, because I've just taken this and I am marketing this to an overseas destination where right now it is night time. So yes, that is why the dip is there. That's what happens with analytics. But of course we hit the ground running and in 2 weeks time, this is going to plateau again. We're not going to get these same results in 3 weeks time, in 4 weeks time. I do expect these results to be quite high. We're not going to maintain that, but I do expect it to, to maintain some kind of consistent level of engagement. As you can see, our organic is 11.58% there, and you can see the sponsored where I switch the ads on is still at 0.26. So you can see my organic is far outweighing that. Then if we have a look at the clicks, let's click through to your content, 2,080 as compared to 97. So I'm running 3 creatives on that ad. So when you run an ad, you can run different creatives. So that's different versions of the ad. So different like video versions or still images. I'm running 3 different versions to an overseas destinations. So yeah, very, very happy with that. And then obviously I'm asking for a call to action, which is working because they're getting inundated with leads, etc. And I'm asking them to register their interest for the upcoming events. So what I'm going to recommend for you is how do you do this in the beginning? Because a lot of people expect, and it's really different, and this is going to sound, this is some hard truth for you. You work so hard on your business, on your idea, and you open the doors and you've got your social media channels and you know that your product and your service, you believe in it wholeheartedly. You open your doors and you're like, where is everyone? This is amazing. Why are they not coming? So no one knows about you. You're not ranking. You're not being indexed. Your social media is a search engine. The algorithm hasn't picked you up yet. Google doesn't know about you yet, but the algorithm doesn't know about you yet. No one knows about you. And it's like, but I thought my product was amazing. It's not that it's not. It's just the algorithm doesn't know about you yet. And there's hundreds of thousands, millions of other creators and content real estate out there that needs to be seen. So how do we get you seen? You've worked your butt off for your brand. How do we get you seen? Okay, so this is what I do. And again, as I said, if you are working with a marketer, an agency, you've got someone in your office, do not hassle them to say, well, can you just go and do this? It is a completely different service. Lead generation to social media management, they're two different services. So please do not go and hassle the marketing person, because this is like, I charge completely separate for this as I would just, for managing your social media. And yeah, I don't want those marketers out there being hassled to do this, because it is a very laborious manual process. So let's have a look at LinkedIn specific. First thing, now when I say pseudo account, I don't own this company, and I don't work for them full time, so I needed to set up a pseudo account. No, it's not a fake account. It is me. So it's a pseudo account. So I do lead generation for a number of different companies. So I do have quite a few accounts. It's not a completely fake account. It is me. It is my photo. But it's a pseudo account. Like, I cannot use my own account, which is the one I'm streaming from here, to market with, to lead gen with, I should say. Because when I go through this process, if I go and market and connect with people as a marketer, and this is a completely different niche, out of my niche, it's got nothing to do with marketing. Who's going to connect with me? No one. So I needed to set up a pseudo account where it looks like I am an employee of this company. So I've got, like pseudo accounts in this industry, which is aviation. I've got one in, the art industry, art education industry, in the school photography industry, a lot of different pseudo accounts out there. No, they are not fake accounts. They are set up as me. I'm not pretending to be someone else. We're using them to market with. So do not set up fake accounts, set up pseudo account. However, if you are the business owner and you are in the niche, you do not need a pseudo account. So you're going to use that, and you're going to that account represents the brand. I would put your photo on there as the profile, and then on the banner, I would put something that ties in with the business page. So I'm just going to put set up. So then what I did is set up a business page. So I set up a business page for this company and attached the pseudo account. And of course, I gave the owners of the company admin access. So I always do that. Or, it could be a showcase page if the company's already got like a business account, a business page, etc. And then what I do to tie it in is that I put on my banner for my pseudo account, or if you are the owner of the company, you don't want to put the same banner as the business page because it gets too confusing. You want to put something that's similar. So I put something that's similar with the company logo, but something, because it would say in aviation, or if it's school photography or the art, like whatever industry I'm in, I put something that represents that niche, but not fully the business page. That's the first thing you want to do. I don't go and fill out all my qualifications because I don't work in that industry. Let's say I own a marketing agency. I'm not going to put those qualifications on there. It's a pseudo account. I'm using it for I'm using it for lead generation. Okay. Now, initially, this is going to be a lot, but this is how I did it without paying for Sales Navigator or anything like that. I'll be honest, I don't really like those tools because they're generic, they're cold, they're spammy. And what do you do when you see an email in your inbox from Sales Navigator? Do you read it? What do? You know it is advertisement. You know that person has paid. Cold DMing, it works if you are a somebody. I'm sorry, but when you're not a somebody, it doesn't work. Like maybe to some degree, if you send out 100, you might get 1 or 2 back. But, okay, yeah, lead generation is a little bit like that. It is cold DMing, but it's more attraction marketing. Okay, so there's a little bit of a difference. I'm still DMing people within my niche, but I'm doing attraction marketing. So I'll show you the difference. Okay. So then I'm posting 2 to 3 times a day in that first week. Now, quite lucky, I've got a lot of collateral from the company in terms of content. I'm doing a mixture of images and I'm doing videos, and I'm doing them really, I'm creating content that's punchy and powerful. Who we are, the point of the view, your point of view. You want to talk about industry standards. You want to talk about, like, what is different about you? What is different about you that no one else can get? What is different about this company that no one else can get? I'm posting here, as you can see, on the business page. This is all on the business page. I'm posting on the business page 2 to 3 times a day for that first week. You might need longer, okay? You can repurpose content. If that business look, and if you're a new business, yeah, you're going to have to pull stuff together, okay? But that's what being in business is about, like you just have to pull stuff together. What is different about you that they can't get elsewhere? What is the industry standard, and you're going to expel the myth on? Is that the word? Expel or dispel? What is the word? you catch my drift. If you want to fill that up, like if it suits your niche, maybe you're going to do like an inspirational quote, but not just a cheesy inspirational. It's motivational, it's powerful. Get your point of view across. Educate your audience. Okay, so we're talking about content pillars here, which I won't go into too much. If you actually want to scroll back, you can see a video I did on this, on content pillars. If you go back to last weekend, I did a video breaking down all your content pillars, so you better get some information about that on this exact thing, on putting across your point of view, speaking about your truth and your power and your authenticity, and how to get that across in your content. So 2 to 3 times a week, okay? Repurpose some of your content. People aren't going to notice. And not everyone sees every single piece of content. Maybe just, go get a Canva account, flip some of the images around. People aren't going to notice, trust me, okay? Now, reshare. Once you post to your business page, so I'm just looking for my dog there, reshare this to your Pseudo account. Now, I do apologize. I am streaming this through StreamYard. If you are asking questions, I can't see the questions because I'm off the screen at the moment. So I'll go back at the end and see if you've got any questions. So I just realized I should mention that. Now, reshare this to your Pseudo account with your point of view as you. So now you're talking as you. Reshare this to your Pseudo account. Great insight from blah, 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 and your company name, and put your point of view on it, okay? Because what you're going to do, while you're also posting 2 to 3 times a week, in tandem, you're also going to be doing a couple of different things. You're going to be following industry-related business pages from your page and from the Pseudo account or your account or your profile, I'll put, okay? Because depending on what you're using. You're doing this in tandem. You're doing this all at once. Yeah, it's a lot. And that's why I was saying at the start, do not expect your marketer to just tack this onto the end of your social media management. It's 2 different services, okay? So from your page and from your Pseudo account or your profile, you are going to go into every single day, whether it's just when you're having your coffee, go in. It's probably easier from a desktop to follow other pages as your profile. It's a little bit tricky from your phone, so I would do it from a desktop and go in and follow industry related business pages as your page, but also as your profile as well. You're going to comment on industry related content. So comment, and we're just talking pages now, on industry related content, okay, from pages. On pages, then you're going to follow and connect with those in the industry. So this as your own profile or Pseudo account. And you're going to find them through these business pages. So when you go onto these business pages and you see these people in your industry that you see as a thought leader or you see as an authority in their niche, you are going to comment on their content or on their posts or on their comment. But make sure you choose stuff that is one relevant, of course, but that is has been posted recently. There is no point posting on something that was from a year ago. And the reason why I say that is because that person may not be on LinkedIn anymore or Facebook, which I'll go through in a minute. So make sure they posted recently, because then you know that they are still around, they're still with us, and they are still on LinkedIn. So make sure that person is still around. So comment on their comments and get seen, get in front of people. This is how you're going to get seen. Yeah. You can do this from your page and from your pseudo account. So you are just getting seen from everywhere now. Okay. You're going to follow and connect with those in the industry. And I want you to use this to capacity until you hit the limit. LinkedIn will tell you you've hit the limit of the amount of people that you can connect with this week. It'll reset next week. Great. Okay. Do that. When you hit the limit, it says you cannot connect with anyone anymore. I want you then, but you can still follow people. Okay, so you may not be able to send people a connect request. You can still follow them now. Okay, so while you're waiting for that to kick over, I want you to go in and I want you to still go and find those people. So I've got a dog, a little chihuahua, and he keeps trying to get out. I want you to still follow those people and still keep commenting on their posts, but give your point of view in the industry. This is how you become a person of authority in your niche. Yeah. Now, as soon as you're able to connect with people again, just keep trying it. One day that it won't tell you when that ban has been lifted. Just keep trying to connect with people. All of a sudden, you'll just be able to connect with people again, and then you just keep connecting with them. But in the meantime, you just keep following them. Now, every time you connect with people, you head over to your page and hit that invite connections to follow your page. And now you're going to invite them. But don't do it straight away. Sometimes it's a bit spammy if you do it straight away. Wait a day or so, yeah? And then, or maybe after you've connected with them, build up a little bit of relationship by, talking on their page or something like that. A day or so, just invite them to your page. And you're just going to repeat this process over and over and over again. Okay, I've left out a stage here, DM. Okay, you don't want to go, do not sell straight away. Okay. The first thing you want to do is when they accept your request, it doesn't have to be straight away, just send a message. Hey, Gary or whoever, great to connect. That's it. That's all you need to do. And they send back, awesome. You too, Melissa. Whatever. Have a great day. That's it. Maybe a day later, you might want to, depending on what you do. With this one, I'm like, hey, I see you. I connected with you because you're in the industry. Just letting you know, we've got these events coming to your region in Anguilla next year. I'd love to connect you with our directors or, whatever your process is. Love to send you some more information. Great. You may hear from them back. You may not. Now, it's kind of cold DMing, but it's not because you've connected with them. But you can see if you take these steps before and you're commenting on their posts and you're connecting with them, it's different than just getting one of those stupid inbox sponsored emails that they've paid through Sales Navigator to send you. You've warmed the audience up, but not only that, not only warming up the lead, you've actually warmed the algorithm up, because an algorithm is you. By doing this, you're actually telling the algorithm what you want to see in your feed. So what an algorithm says is, we know exactly what he or she wants to see and who we want to bring to her page or his page, who we want to suggest like-minded people. So then what starts happening down the side, or, I'm just talking on a desktop here, it's different on a phone, is what then starts to happen is, how it comes up with suggestions? That's how. Is because now you are telling the algorithm, these are the people that I want to connect with. But likewise, in those random people in the cloud or whatever, they're going to get the same suggestion. Oh, this is a great connection with you. Because you've connected with these people, we think you should connect with Melissa or whoever. So that's how an algorithm works. So all of this is going to bring you leads, but also you're working the algorithm too. It's genius and it works. And you can then start getting results like this organically. Brilliant. Like I said, I chucked, a couple of $100 on this because I really, really, really wanted this to take off. But to be honest, I probably didn't even need that because like I'm even considering turning it off now because I'm like, it's worked. Like I haven't needed it. I may just save that budget for it's not even a big budget. I may even just save that for when we plateau because it does plateau. Like the excitement's always there in the beginning. It's going to do this and then it is going to plateau. As long as it doesn't decline, I'm happy with that. We always expect, anytime we take over an account, it plateaus. I'll show you actually something. I did take over an account recently. No, actually, I won't go into that because the result was phenomenal. I was just like, this is out of this world. But anyway, that's another video. Okay, I'm just going to give you a couple of tips for Facebook and Twitter. So this particular account I recommended just because the type of industry they were in, that they would do well on Facebook and Twitter. Just being in the aviation space may not suit your demographic, but Facebook, we could utilize Facebook groups in a similar way. And particularly because of the types of Facebook pages that were connected to this industry, I went great. And I knew that there would be Facebook groups. So I'm tagging the sponsors or anybody, when I say sponsors, it's like in this industry, there's like a lot of machinery and these people, often sponsor kind of, these kind of events. So it's like, right, let's tap into that. So again, it's looking for thought leaders and people of authority in your niche that you can leverage their traffic, because then those people's following are watching them. So then if you can kind of tap into the algorithm that way, they're going to start watching you. It's also how you sort of get into a local area by using local creators and that sort of thing. A similar way. So Facebook, I would use Facebook groups depending on what kind of niche you're in. So you've just got to work out for your niche if that's something that does suit you. Twitter. Now, Twitter is really good for real time. So Twitter tends to have real time updates. So if you're in a niche that has things that often are trending, so particularly for this account, it's in aviation. It's a training program for training emergency responders and that sort of thing. So I was like, yeah, well, Twitter is a real time. Something happens, an incident, it's on Twitter. Like it's like, like a US election or something happens, it's on Twitter. So I'm like, okay, yeah, Twitter's the place to be. It may not be for your niche. So you decide for you. But if you are using Twitter, keep that in mind. Like how I've been marketing on there for lead generation is tagging those, looking for what's trending, tagging it. It's more about, again, tapping into the audience of those people, the demographic who would be looking at this product that I'm marketing and who would be looking at those trending trends and insights. So that is what I recommend. Hopefully I haven't done your head in because I know that's a lot of information. I'm just going to go back to see if anyone has asked any questions. Noah, hello. Oh, I didn't zoom in. I'm so sorry, Noah. I didn't have this screen up. So I should have zoomed in. I didn't have this up, so I couldn't see your question. So I should have just read those insights. I might just read those insights out to you again. So we have so our metrics for engagement. So we got to 11.58% for organic engagement rate as compared to sponsored 0.2%. So that is the manual work that we've been doing. Clicks 2,080. So we've managed to get that in a week, just organically. It's purely organic. and got the followers up to 137 on LinkedIn business page, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's incredibly hard to do. Post impressions being 25,400, which I've been really, really happy with. And I cannot, Sheree, how many hours a day how many hours a day would you put in to lead gen for a startup? So, okay. It's one of those things, the more you put in, the more you're going to get out of it. If you've got more time in the beginning, I would do it. So I would break it down with, and this is a B2B strategy. Look, if you can automate a lot of it, even better. But being an organic marketer, look, there's more to it than just posting, like you've got to work the algorithm, that sort of thing. But what I would do to make life easier, I would have all your content ready. I would post the 2 to 3 times a week, which you can schedule, okay? So then that's going to save on time a day. Then I would split your day up into, say, 3 30-minute blocks a day or 40-minute blocks. If you can do an hour, even better. The more you put into this, the more you're going to get out of it. So if you're a startup business and you just say want to focus on LinkedIn, get all your content ready. And again, some of it can be just a quote, a video, and then a repurpose. So you're not having to create all of this content. You've repurposed, or you've got your 2 to 3 videos a day. Really, the power is going to be in when you're a startup business. The power is going to be in quantity over quality when you're new. I hate to say that, and I know people believe the other way, but when you're starting up, it is quantity over quality. The more noise you can make to trigger that algorithm, the better. So if you can sit down 3 times a day and break that time up, and it depends on your time zone as well to where you want to market to, try and break that up into 3 lots of 1 hour a day and push that algorithm, and then you can start to let it slow off. Like I've gone really, 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 you're welcome there. You're welcome, Miss SR. You then you can start, like I've gone hell for leather with this, right? But I know that like I can, once this starts to go and I've got the process going and those leads are coming in, I can lay off it a little bit. And what's going to start to happen is I can schedule more of the content out. Like I'm doing a lot of ad hoc at the moment because I'm kind of like content's coming in because they're at an event in Fiji at the moment. So like stuff's coming in. I'm like, oh, someone posted this. I'm going to leverage this because this person posted that and I'm going to leverage it. So it's a little bit different, but like I know like I know who you're working for, and in the company that you're working for, how you can leverage it at the moment, like it's not so much ad hoc, you know what I mean? Like, you've got the content coming in, when it's going to be in, and you can then, it's not going to be so much ad hoc and all over the place. But yeah. So I would probably do that. So that would be my suggestion. I think would be really, really good. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. And I think, just give it a go. Break up your time, and you will find that, if you apply these strategies, that you can really, really, really get the algorithm moving. Remember, the algorithm is you. Stick to your niche. Don't use the account for anything else outside of the niche that you want to attract. And then you're going to find that it reacts so much more favorably for you. I had a client once, look, I'll be honest, I got rid of her after a month. She was paying me a fair amount of money, but I could not do it. So after the first month, I actually pulled the contract, and I'd said to her, you have to stop using this account for personal use, because it was non-stop, and it was, look, here and there, I do jump on my own accounts and look for, things outside of the niche, but generally it was a business account and she was using it for like the most ridiculous things. And she said, "Don't be ridiculous. You're telling me I cannot use this account for anything except my business." I said, "That's exactly what I'm telling you to do, because you are not attracting your right audience." I couldn't work with it. It was just like I needed to go really and this is for the level of expectation that she wanted. And sometimes it really comes down to that. It's like, if you want this, and that's what I'm saying, it's what, if you want this, you got to go like this. Like the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. And that's just quantity over quality sometimes. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. And with, particularly if it's something that it's new, if for those who are watching out there and it's a new business, that's just what you got to do. So to get it off the ground, get it established, get that algorithm working, and then it is going to go like this, and then you'll just see your traffic plateau a little bit, and that's normal and that's okay. But you've just got to get that algorithm kicking. So hopefully this made sense, guys. So I do have a newsletter that goes out weekly on LinkedIn. Make sure you catch that every Sunday night, and you can subscribe to that. Elsewhere on all of my other channels, if you click the link in the bio, you can subscribe to my newsletter. Now, I do have some changes coming. My new agency, well, it's not a new agency. It is the same one. The name of my agency, new branding, which is coming, is Lolly Said Yes. It is not live at the moment, but I'm going to be moving my name across my agency name to that. Abundant Life Studio is just going to be my digital dashboard, all my courses, my workshops and everything. I just need to separate the two because it's getting a bit too big to manage, the two of them. So my team will be doing more of the Lolly Said Yes stuff. So the reason why I'm bringing that up is because my newsletters are going to change a little bit, but you can still subscribe to that and get weekly updates from my newsletter. And lots of marketing tips there. But yes, keep an eye out for my newsletter tomorrow night on LinkedIn. And if you'd like one sent to your inbox, you can click the link on any other channel except LinkedIn. Go to my bio and subscribe to my newsletter there. Of course, if you're on LinkedIn, you'll just get that in my feed, and you can subscribe to my LinkedIn newsletter over there. So I'll see you guys later. Keep an eye out for my digital dashboard, which is essentially like all my courses online, which is, I keep saying it's going to be released soon, and I promise it is coming. A little bit different to my digital store. These ones are going to be actual courses that you can purchase. And then my workshops are coming later in the year. So I think by then I'll need a Valium. All right, guys. Love you. Thank you so much for joining. See you guys. Nua, I will chat to you soon. And see Miss S. Goodbye, Miss S. I will chat to you guys soon. Bye. See you guys.